When playing the tuba, it's important to sit with proper posture, as we discussed in the first video. When holding the tuba, there are a few important tips that will allow you to maintain good posture. Let's review from the posture video. First, sit with your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart, with your ankles directly below your knees. Sit on the front third of your chair with your back away from the back of the chair. Sit tall with an elongated spine, but keep your shoulders relaxed. It's important to be comfortable in this position, so practice sitting like this every time you play your instrument. First, watch as Keith demonstrates the proper way to hold the tuba. Then we will do this together. He will carefully pick up the tuba and return to seated position with the tuba in his lap. The tuba is on its side with the lead pipe on top and the receiver facing toward him. He gently places his mouthpiece in the receiver, giving it 1/4 turn to be sure the mouthpiece is securely set in the receiver. Next, he widens his legs to allow the tuba to rest between both legs. He then grabs the outside tubing with his right hand and the bottom of the bell with his left hand and rests the bottom of the tuba between his legs. Notice that Keith is sitting with proper posture and the mouthpiece comes directly to his mouth. If you're seated with proper posture with the tuba between your legs and the mouthpiece does not naturally come to your mouth, then you cannot rest the tuba on your legs. Sit tall and bring the tuba to you. You may need to use a tuba stand to put your tuba in the correct place. There are several options for keeping the tuba in the correct position. With proper posture, the mouthpiece should naturally come to your mouth with the lead pipe pointing directly away from you. While the bell should not be straight up, be careful not to let the angle of the bell fall too low. The bell should be at an upward angle, close to straight up. Now let's try this together. Carefully pick up the tuba and return to seated position with the tuba in your lap on its side. The lead pipe should be on top and the receiver facing toward you. Gently place your mouthpiece in the receiver, giving it a 1/4 turn to be sure the mouthpiece is securely set in the receiver. Now widen your legs to allow the tuba to rest between both legs. Grab the outside tubing with your right hand and the bottom of the bell with your left hand and rest the bottom of the tuba between your legs. Sit tall and bring the tuba to you. You may need to use a tuba stand to put your tuba in the correct place. With proper posture, the mouthpiece should naturally come to your mouth, with the lead pipe pointing directly away from you. The bell should be at an upward angle, close to straight up. Now press pause and practice setting the tuba correctly several times, remembering these important steps. Now watch as Keith shows you how to properly set your hands. First, he will make a natural C with his right hand, with his fingers curved and open, as if holding a softball. He'll place his right thumb between the first and second valve casings and let his fingertips rest on the valves. Notice his wrist is straight and his fingers are still round, with his second knuckle as the highest point. His fingertips are touching the top of the valves at all times. This is their home position. Make sure your wrist is straight and keep the palm of your hand away from the valve casings. When pressing the valves down, keep your fingers curved. Do not let your finger joints bend backwards, as this will limit your finger movement. Do not let them overlap the valves. Also, press the valves straight into the valve casing, not at an angle. Pressing the valves at an angle can damage the instrument or cause your valves to not work properly. Always keep your fingers in their home position. Each valve has a designated finger. It's important to use the correct finger for each valve. Do not use multiple fingers to press valves down. Now let's try this together. First, make a natural C with your right hand, keeping your fingers curved and open as if holding a softball. Next, place your right thumb between the first and second valve casings and let your fingertips rest on the valves. Keep your elbow down and your shoulder relaxed. Keep your wrist straight and be sure your fingers are still round with the second knuckle as the highest point. Your fingertips are touching the top of the valves at all times. This is their home position. Make sure your wrist is straight and keep the palm of your hand away from the valve casings. Now press each valve down with the correct finger. Be sure to keep your fingers curved. Always keep your fingers in their home position. Don't let them fly away from the valves. Correct right hand position will allow you to move your fingers freely when needed. Now lay your instrument back in your lap on its side with your right hand in the correct position. This is called the ready position. Now bring the instrument up and the mouthpiece to your mouth with Keith. Check to make sure you have the correct right hand position as well. This is called playing position. Now go back to ready position. Sitting with proper posture in playing position is an important aspect of playing the tuba. Press pause and practice going to playing position several times. Each time you practice, focus on these essential elements of playing position. Feet flat on the floor with ankles directly below your knees. Back off the back of the chair, sitting with an elongated spine. Relaxed shoulders. Bring the mouthpiece to your mouth. Be sure the tuba is at the right height and angle. Use a tuba stand if necessary. Do not stretch or hunch over to reach the mouthpiece. Keep your right hand round and fingers curved. Keep your fingertips on the valves in their home position. Getting comfortable sitting in the correct position is an important part in learning to play the tuba.